Hello, everybody. I'm Vinnie Civitillo, Communications Manager at the New Jersey Business and Industry Association. And with us today is Frank Robinson, Vice President of Government Affairs.
Hello, Vinnie. Good to be here with you. I'm very pleased to announce to everyone listening and viewing today a new podcast here at NJBIA presented by our Government Affairs Department. It's a new podcast called Take on Trenton. It's replacing a webinar that we've had for a year or so here at BIA, and it's going to be about how the Government Affairs Department at the Business and Industry Association presents the positions of the association and its over 17,000 members to the powers that be in Trenton. As most of your listeners and viewers know, Business and Industry Association has been around for about 100 years here in the state of New Jersey, representing the interests of the companies that employ over 1 million people in the state of New Jersey. We started out as the Manufacturing Association in New Jersey in 1910. And we represented originally 12 companies that were starting to get involved with state government as we really industrialized in the state of New Jersey. And we were the leaders in starting things like the workers' compensation program in New Jersey. As a matter of fact, New Jersey was the second state in the whole nation to have workers' compensation insurance and safety programs for our employees in factories. And over the years, we expanded and to the point where we became the New Jersey Business and Industry Association back in the, I guess it was in the 1980s, representing every kind of company you can think of, to the point where we got to be the biggest lobbying group in the state of New Jersey, representing every kind of business you can think of. And we got to this point because there's so many issues that business is involved with: workforce development issues, insurance, health care. And so we, to this day, have the largest group of lobbyists in the state of New Jersey representing every kind of business. And we try to keep up with every issue and try to inform our members with every kind of communication device that we have. So we've decided to start a podcast. And everyone, Vinnie and his partner, Kate Conroy, have a great podcast of their own and airs on a very regular basis. And it's a wonderful show that you all should view on your own. And it's tell them a little bit about your podcast.
So Other People's Business airs every other Wednesday on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere you can get a podcast, we're there. And it's a member spotlight show. So if you're a member of NJBIA, or maybe thinking about being a member of NJBIA, or just want to hear about New Jersey companies, we interview a new company every other Wednesday.
So we're going to be the other podcast, and it sort of has a double meaning. It's going to be our take on Trenton, the things that are happening in the state capitol that's going to affect your business. But it's also about us taking on the powers that be in Trenton. We lobby on a daily basis before state government, both at the executive branch level on regulations that affect your business, but also before the state legislature, before the committees in both the General Assembly and the State Senate. We testify before every kind of committee you can think of, whether it's on the state budget, whether it's on health care legislation, whether it's on employment legislation that affects your business on a day-to-day basis. And so tune in. We're going to be having a show on a monthly basis. Our first one coming up is going to be about the governor's budget. As we film this promotion about our webcast, we're going to be viewing what the governor is saying today on his state budget. Every year, the governor's got to propose a balanced budget, and the one that he's going to be proposing today is for the fiscal year coming up, which goes into effect July 1st, 2020. And our first show is going to be interviewing our own Andrew Music, who's our expert in the Government Affairs Department on taxation, the budget, and economic development. So that's going to be our first big show. We're going to have a podcast podcast every month. We're going to have guests from the Senate President, people from the Governor's Office, people from the General Assembly, and we're going to have our own experts. Our own Michelle Sikirka, who's the President of the Association, is going to be on the show. We're going to have people who are experts on healthcare policy, so we hope you'll tune in. We have a weekly capital memo that I know that many of you view. We send it out every Sunday. We're going to have information in that cap memo of how you can subscribe to this podcast. And if you go to our website, njbia.org, and our advocacy page, we'll have all the information for you on how you can subscribe and then be kept up to date through our Take on Trenton webcast, our podcast, and you can be up to date on everything that's going on in Trenton. So, Vin, I want to thank you for having me on, and we look forward to keeping you up to date on what's happening in Trenton that's affecting the bottom line of your business.
Thank you.
Thank you.